What does it mean to be intelligent, my friend? And what's interesting about intelligence? It actually never looks the way we expect it to. When you imagine someone with a very high IQ, what comes to mind? Someone who never stops talking, who can answer every question instantly, who shows off their knowledge at every opportunity, right? But psychological research says something completely different. No one ever told you this, and it might surprise you. Because many people with extremely high intelligence display behaviors that don't look like intelligence at first glance. In fact, cognitive psychologists explain it like this: intelligence is not about what you know, but about how your brain processes the outside world. And that process reveals itself through very subtle habits in everyday life. Now, I've listed 10 habits for you. Let's see how many of them describe you. If you read these and think, "That's me," let me tell you something, brother. That feeling isn't a coincidence. Here are 10 habits commonly seen in highly intelligent people. First, spending a lot of time alone. Highly intelligent people are comfortable with solitude, not because they avoid people, but because their brains never stop working. The prefrontal cortex, the brain region responsible for planning, reflection, and complex thinking, eventually needs silence. Even the London School of Economics studied this and discovered something interesting. Highly intelligent individuals feel less satisfaction from frequent social interaction. Their brains crave quiet thinking time. Second, constant curiosity. They question everything. Not just big philosophical questions, but small everyday ones too. Why do people behave this way? Why does this system work like this? Their brains are always searching for patterns, and that curiosity becomes a motor. Third, talking to themselves. Surprising, right? But psychologists call this self-directed speech. Research shows that talking to yourself increases focus, strengthens working memory, and helps organize thoughts. So when you see someone mumbling to themselves, don't assume they're crazy. You might actually be witnessing an active brain at work, brother. Fourth, being comfortable saying, "I don't know." Most people struggle with this. Highly intelligent people see the limits of their knowledge. In psychology, this is often described as the opposite of the Dunning-Kruger effect. People who know little tend to think they know everything. Those who know a lot realize how complex the world really is, and they stay quiet. Fifth, overthinking small details. An analytical mind doesn't easily switch off. The same mind that solves complex problems can spend hours analyzing an ordinary conversation. From the outside, it looks like indecision, but inside, deep thinking is happening. The brain is processing multiple scenarios at once. Sixth, a strong sense of humor. Most people don't expect this, but humor is actually a complex cognitive process, recognizing patterns, breaking expectations, and connecting unrelated ideas. When all of these happen together, we laugh. And research shows a direct link between high IQ and advanced humor processing. Seventh, changing your mind when new evidence appears. Most people see this as weakness. Highly intelligent people see their beliefs not as fixed identities, but as models that can be updated. When new information arrives, they evaluate it. If it makes sense, the model updates. Psychology calls this cognitive flexibility, and it's a key indicator of advanced problem solving. Hold on for a second, brother. Think about what we've listed so far. Someone who spends time alone, thinks about small details, asks lots of questions, and changes their mind. How do we usually see these traits from the outside? Asocial, suspicious, indecisive? But in reality, they are signs of a deeper and more active mind. Eighth, the mind becoming more active late at night. Many people with high IQ feel far more mentally active at night. Some researchers explain this through evolutionary psychology. Individuals with higher cognitive flexibility adapt more easily to unconventional situations. So if your mind works better at night, it's not necessarily a problem, my friend. It can be a signal. But be careful. Sleep is still extremely important for the brain to rest. Ninth, observing more than speaking. They enter a room and don't start talking immediately. They observe. They read social dynamics and analyze emotional cues. Then they speak. From the outside, they seem quiet or shy, but inside, there's an incredible mechanism working. And 10th, constantly searching for meaning. High intelligence comes with a heightened awareness of the complexity of the world. Sometimes this turns into deep philosophical questions, but most of the time, it's just a quiet question in the back corner of the mind. Why do we think this way? And right here, my friend, we see the most interesting side of intelligence. Intelligence isn't about solving equations. It isn't about memorization. It's about curiosity. A brain that discovers patterns, questions assumptions, and tries to solve the strange and mysterious puzzle of human nature. How many items on this list described you? Write it in the comments, brother. I'll read them all. Don't forget to subscribe and send this video to a friend you think is intelligent.